Hi everyone, happy Friday. All right, we are very excited because we just finished our assessment, right, with Jane Goodall. Finished the whole story, and today we came to share our great responses from our notes. Okay, so today that's the first thing we did. We made sure on our second tab we had that open and ready to go. So today's objective, through collaborative discussions, I will analyze the text and determine a central idea and how it is conveyed through particular details. Whoa, we have a lot of big words there, right? So let's break these down. So collaborative discussions. Collaborative reminds me of the word collaborate, right? When we kind of work together with someone, right? So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. We're going to work together in groups to analyze the text and try to determine or figure out the central idea, that main idea we've been talking about, right? And how it is conveyed, kind of like explained or shown through particular details. All right, so keyword, we're going to be looking at details today. All right, so we've already read My Life with the Chimpanzees one time, right? We read it all fully, we finished it. Today, we're going to go back and do what's called close reading. Okay, so we're literally going back and rereading. And now rereading, it could have different ways of presenting themselves, right? Or different purposes too. Today we're going to be reading, but looking at specific points to help us think more about our topic. All right, so the central idea, and again, we have a little journal up here for my visual learners. If anybody wants to come back and pause to note down the definition. All right, so the central idea of the text is the point that an author wants you to remember the most, also known as the main idea. Okay, so in elementary school, we might have heard this term main idea. In middle school and high school, we try to call that the central idea, right? It's coming straight from the author, and this is the point that they want us to really remember about the text. So we're going to start really thinking about that for the Jane Goodall story. Right. Did you know that a single text can have more than one central idea? What? So it can have more than one. So even like in movies, in books, comic books, even in some games, right? We see that there are more than one central ideas. It might be about like friendship, and like that might be the main idea that they want us to know about, or maybe about how don't give up in hard situations, right? So there could be more than one central idea. All right, today we are going to be working in a group, right? And in class, we went over one teacher example. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that looked like. Okay, so this is the chart. You will all be doing this with a team. Today, I went ahead and showed my example. So I said that if my topic was the search for chimpanzees, my task was that I would have to come here to the story and find at least 4 paragraph examples that support this. So what we did is that we went back to our story and we found 4 paragraph examples where we see that Jane Goodall goes to Gombe to find chimpanzees. So she's searching for them, right? Now, please note that these paragraph numbers are not correct. They're just examples. I expect yours to have the correct paragraphs, okay? So let's take a look. This imaginary paragraph 1, right? We said that Jane Goodall finds baboons instead of chimps. That proves that she is trying to go to the jungle, right? To look not for baboons, for chimps, right? But she finds the baboons instead, right? So she's there and she sees baboons, not because she was looking for them, but because she was there for the reason of the chimps, right? So that's proof that she's there searching for the chimps. Another example is from our imaginary paragraph 2. It is day 2 and she still cannot find them. And then when she finally sees them, she accidentally scares them, right? So again, she's there for that purpose. And it's like, oh no, they ran away. But still, this helps support that she's there to search for chimpanzees. Okay, the next paragraph example. She explains that while making observations, she also sees other animals. Okay, so she's there not to have a picnic, not for vacation. She's there to search for chimpanzees. But while she's there, she also sees other animals around. Okay, so that could also be an example as evidence to support this topic. I did not give a sample paragraph 4, but on your own work, you will be finding a sample paragraph 4. Okay, so after evaluating these 4 evidences and saying that yes, it does support the fact that she went to the jungle to search for chimpanzees. Then for our central idea, even though this job is not easy because the chimps are hard to find, Jane Goodall does not give up. Okay, so we came up with that because she didn't always find them, right? And when she did, they kind of ran away. So this job wasn't easy. But after day 2, she didn't just pack up and leave, right? So that's why we came up with this sentence for the central idea. Now, there are many ways we could have said the sentence. It could have been a different way. Remember, that's okay. Central ideas can look a little bit different. All right, now this is just one example, right? For your class, what we did is that we shared this example. So you guys have a different topic. Your topic was Jane Goodall has observed differences between how different animals react to her. So as a team, you needed to work together to find me at least 4 paragraphs where we see examples of different animals having different reactions. So maybe one kind of animal ran away from her, but another kind of animal let her get food from her hand, right? So you want to find me examples, write down the paragraph number and what happened in that paragraph that shows you that animals reacted in different ways to Jane Goodall. Okay, today we were working in teams. We made sure that we had one team writer to type down our names right here. When our team completed this part of the chart, in the bottom part, we had the central idea. So the central idea, again, as a team, you collaborated to give me at least one sentence about what it meant to have these paragraphs. Okay, so let's take a look at the teacher example one more time. So for this one, it was a different topic, proof that she was looking for chimpanzees. We said that even though this job is not easy, because the chimps are hard to find, Jane Goodall does not give up. So for yours, after you tell me examples of how chimpanzees act in different ways or other animals react to her, what does that mean? So as a team, you came up with your central idea. Okay. So we also discussed how you can talk to a team. Okay, so if you do not agree with something, you can ask them, okay, please clarify. Why do you say that? Can you say more? Or I'm not sure because. You always want to give a reason for why you think something. You do not want to be rude and call someone out and calling them maybe like you're wrong. Don't talk to people like that, right? And I know that you guys as middle schoolers are much more mature than elementary school students. But sometimes it helps to have some sample phrases that we could use when we're talking with our peers, right? Okay, so today we went over our group tasks and what it meant to work in a team. So I will not read these in the presentation out loud, but if you want to pause, read them on your own. Okay, whenever we work in groups, we do want to make sure everybody's working. If for some reason the activity allows you to work on your own and you have checked with the teacher, that's okay. Make sure your teammates know that you will not be working with them. If you do not tell anything to anyone, then your team has the right to chat your name to the teacher, and I will follow up with that student. So make sure everybody's working as a team. Okay, we went over our team jobs. So our team leader will keep the conversation going, make sure everybody's working. Maybe ask James, what do you think? Caitlin, what do you think? And so on. And so making sure everybody's participating. As a teacher, I do have the right to be able to jump around on each team. So I get to see everybody's work. So whenever the teacher jumps in, the team leader's role list will also let me know what the group is working on right there. The writer is the one to work on the actual document you're going to type. You can either share with your teammates so that everybody gets to see it, or you share your screen as you're typing. Okay, the writer also makes sure that they submit the work for your group. And again, this is how ours will look like. In Zoom, there is a feature on the side that says call the teacher. And this is really helpful because today I was able to jump around and help out your different peers that called out to me. So whenever you have a question on Zoom in your group and you're not sure or something's going on, you can always click on that call the teacher button. Okay, so we did not get to do our Padlet today because we had a lot of work with the other group work, so we're gonna try to wrap that up later next week. So if you did not get to finish, that's okay. There was no homework today. Now this slide says that we're gonna have our district testing next week. So you guys had math this week, and you should already have the TestNav app installed. If you do not, I will post a few reminders of how to do that on your personal device and on your Chromebook. There are different steps for those. Now, district testing, it sounds scary, but it's not. It's a diagnostic test, which means that it's only there to tell us how you are doing now. So try your best, okay? So your best might be different from your neighbor's best. Everybody knows different things and everybody has different skills, and that's okay. Just try your best. Okay, it does go on your record, so you do want to make sure you give an official account of where you are right now. So if you are performing, this much, and you only do this much on the test, that's okay. Some of us are different at test taking, but you do want to make sure that you're trying your best. Okay, so we might have all these questions, and that's okay. It's the same test that you're doing that you did in math class, the same app, so the TestNav app. The kind of test you're doing now is reading. So we're going to be reading some passages and then answering some questions about it. Okay, you do need that TestNav app. And again, I will post a few instructions on how to do that if you did not get to install it already. Okay, and we wrapped up our class today with weekly shoutouts. So we shouted out a bunch of people, including September birthdays. We shouted out our friends. If you did not get a chance to participate, make sure you join next Friday and maybe have a list on the side of people you want to shout out to. All right, you guys have a lovely weekend, and we'll get back next week ready to test.